Welcome back to LinkedIn Logs, the jobs podcast for the website cpluscomedy.com. Like I just said, it's a website. Go there. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome back to whatever this show is. We've got, what do you have going on? We got the jobs numbers in the last episode, which was nary upon just a few days ago while recording this. We've had a new resume that was written with the help of AI. A new cover letter that was written with the help of AI. We got a lot of stuff happening. Unfortunately, none of that is helping me at all in terms of working. But you know what? You have to have a positive attitude, all that stuff. Listen to how confident I sounded about that. Hey, look, I think about this every single day. I hate influencers, and I'm not a fan. Hate them, not a fan. Two things. However, I think about this all the time. If I was paid to work out, oh boy, my God, if I was an influencer, oh man, first of all, I wouldn't be one of the annoying ones. I'd be a cool, funny. I wouldn't do like some pre-planned TikTok video. Everything be off the cuff. None of this making faces. None of that junk. No, I would. That'd be a nice, fun one. As you can tell, if y'all know if you can, I don't have a lot to talk about today. This is a weekly show, so I got to keep doing it. I have to keep doing it. How has the what's it called? Resume been working out? It's only been a couple of days. Other than that, I would just say, not really. I changed all the relevant information inside of Indeed and LinkedIn. Even my mom gave me she was like, that's a good resume and a good cover letter. Good job. Because usually she has notes. This time around, no notes. Nothing's been happening. I've LinkedIn open, I got Indeed open. Nothing's going on with either one of them. Although I did, for Warner Brothers, I did apply to 3 jobs. And for the past couple of months, if you missed the episode where I talked about Workday and what the words mean for Workday, like if you go to application status on Workday or whatever Workday job you apply to that's involving the software that Workday uses. Like for instance, Warner Brothers, I believe Fox News and Disney, New York Times, they all and Cox and Scripps and iHeartRadio apparently. They all use Workday when it comes to applying to jobs. And when I redid the resume and the cover letter, I applied to 3 jobs instantly at Warner again. And one of them, so for the application status, if it's classified under in progress, that means you did not trigger, or you triggered their AI software, whatever, which means you're in the first stage of the application status, which means a human has to go in there and read it themselves. That's in progress. If it says under consideration, that means you passed that first wall, that first firewall of the whatever AI they use to read your application, and it says, okay, they've got the skills to go through so that a human doesn't have to come by and look at this. And for the one out of the 3 jobs, there's one job that I was much more interested in. Oh, interesting. I don't know what this is. I just got an email from Indeed, from a job I applied to on Indeed. Wow, how fortuitous. It's an email / message. Let's see. From the company Grammarly. I don't remember doing this. I'll tell you right now. Oh, it's an AI company. Yeah, I probably was just applying in a fervor of things. To a fervor of things. In a fervor, I was applying in fervor. We'll see about that. Any Hoosers. So now, the one job that I was truly much more interested in is the one that's not. Anyway, let's go to our only story. This comes from the Wall Street Journal, written by Rachel Feintzeg. Less is more, the case for slow productivity at work. You know, when I do, I'll do this. No. I don't want to metaphorically take this person down. But I was doing Peloton this morning, as I typically do on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I use the bike. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I use the treadmill. And if you're watching the video, you can see the bike. You can see the mat that the bike was on, just sitting off of my dining table, because it is drying the sweat. And then you can see the bike right behind it. Anyway, I was I was biking this morning after the gym. Yeah, I double up. I do. And not this morning. Let me choose something else, because I do like the people that I took this morning. There's people I don't like that I do their class anyway, because we're paying $25 a month. I'm gonna, I have these 2 giant machines. I'm gonna do the people I don't like as well. Oftentimes, and it's not just people I don't like. It's also people I like, and I have issues with their teaching methods. Let me choose HIIT classes. On the HIIT sprint classes on the treadmill, they're planned so poorly, and this goes for every single person, people I like, people I don't like. They're planned so poorly that oftentimes it is you are charged with doing a 20-second run and having a 10-second walk, and it doesn't matter. It's all planned as if you have a Peloton treadmill, which I guess could get to speed in time, get to a sprint speed in less than 3 seconds. But the average treadmill is going to take roughly 10, 15, in my case, 20 seconds to get to any sprint speed. And I hate it. And every single one of the sprint HIIT classes, they force in 20 minutes and 30 minutes, but for 20-minute ones, they force in like 16 reps. And, and all I think is, why don't we do less? That way people can actually get things done. Because if you have to still be jogging at 6 miles an hour in order to get to sprint at 9 miles an hour. For my treadmill, and I understand that, they plan these with the Peloton treadmill in mind. I get that. I understand that. However, my treadmill, which is the second best thing to a Peloton treadmill, and it's the budget version, it still takes 20 seconds to get up. And I just think, why are we forcing everyone to do 20 sprints when we can just do 10 and be fine and have your heart rate come down, walk for 30 or for 40 seconds and then get up to speed, jog, and then sprint for 30. Jog for 20, sprint for 30. We don't have to force these things. So looking at this article, which is the reason I chose this article a long time ago, was in my planned topics section. We don't need to always force things down people's throat. We don't need to force so many Slack notifications or Zoom call meetings. I know we live in this culture where we have to get things done as quickly as possible and as long as possible. But maybe that's not working. When I was laid off from Cartoon Network and CNN, a lot of the conversation around people losing their jobs was the company wants to do more with less, or the same with less, but it was more with less. They want to be able to go toe to toe with Disney, with Max. They want to use Max to go toe to toe with Disney Plus and Netflix. They want to be able to have much more reporting. Didn't say better. Much more reporting with CNN. They want to be able to pump out game after game, but not put out games like Hogwarts Legacy that was one of the best games selling last year. They want to do all that, do this stuff. I'm about to get a cramp in my hamstring, and I can feel it coming on because I'm scratching my leg. They want to be able to do all this stuff, but they don't want to pay the price of having people who can do that stuff. So what Ms. Zieg, she spoke to Cal Newport, the writer of Slow Productivity. And his book is all about doing work without burning out. So she talked to this guy who says less is more. Newport says the way we work is a serious economic drag. Knowledge workers have devolved into a form of productivity that's more about the vibes, which is stressed, than actually making money for the company. Data from Microsoft finds that lots of us spend the equivalent. I'm sorry if you can hear things happening outside. The patio door is open, and I guess there's somebody out there banging away. But if I don't have it open, then the cat and the dog will bicker. Not bicker. Not bicker with each other. They will bicker with me. Data from Microsoft finds that lots of us spend the equivalent of 2 work days a week on meetings and email alone. One mistake we make, Newport says, is taking on too many projects, then getting bogged down in the administrative overload, talking about the work, coordinating with others that each requires. Work becomes a string of planning meetings, waiting on someone from another data department to give us a go-ahead. Newport recommends giving priority to a couple of projects, then bumping the others on a waiting list in order of importance. Make the list public in a Google Doc you share with your bosses and colleagues. I think I love that idea. The one issue I believe people will have with that is, again, we live in this now society, and there will be bosses and organizations that have issues with, well, you're not working on 12 projects at once, and you say you can only do 6? How dare you? But yeah, it makes sense to go from the toughest project to the least toughest and say, this is how much I can handle right now. One of the next subjects is be the one to trust. You have to have transparency and confidence along with that transparency. Instead of saying, quote, let me see how fast I can turn that around, try, this request will take 6 hours. I will have that time in 3 weeks. I mean, that's truly it's a very honest thing to say. And just, hey, listen, if you want this done, you have to go find somebody else. Or I'll have it for you in 3 weeks because I'm dealing with A, B, and C. Newport says, never make it seem like work tasks are a burden you shouldn't have to face. Instead, stress that you are trying to be as effective as you can for the team and the company. Be positive and deliver on the timeliness you promise. You'll be seen as someone who's organized and on top of your game. Also, just talk. Tell the team, tell the bosses, tell all that stuff. Because if they can't handle that, if they are putting the pressure on you because they're getting pressure from above, then it's time for a remix of that lifestyle. Bite-sized shirking is the next idea. Quiet quitting permanently is a bad idea, Newport says, but a little bit is good. Don't feel guilty, he adds. You are working under a new, better system. We weren't meant to work all out every day without seasonal shifts and pauses. Pick a time, say the month of July, to slow down. Don't volunteer for extra work. Don't offer Mondays as a possibility for meetings. Take on an easier project for cover. There are a lot of jobs I know now where Wednesdays are the day that, if you're still working from home or you're doing hybrid work, Wednesdays are the day that people go in because Wednesday is really heavy with traffic. Monday, I know some people don't go in. Fridays, I know a lot of people don't go in. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's a very good time frame for going in and getting things done for the first meetings. Because that's right, a Monday morning meeting during the summer, come on. You got to be joking me, bro. Slowing down is a very effective way of making sure everything can work. We imagine if, and I'll take this analogy back to the gym. I think I used that gym to working out. Now I will talk about somebody I took this morning. I took a 45-minute Rolling Stones ride. I love the instructor. I will say she is my number one instructor. My problem is for 45 minutes, and I'm on a light week at the gym. Not light. I'm on a midweight week. And because I did heavy last week, and my legs were killing me. Speaking of hammies, that I said I was going to get a cramp in. And she has this problem. Again, she's probably my favorite. But she has this problem where no matter if it's a 20-minute class, 30, 45, hour long, it is a constant go, go, go. There's no slowing down, and you have to find in between the songs when songs transition from, that the last refrain and we're going to a next song. And before she starts, and it's not just her, it's a lot of people at Peloton, but before they start the next round of exercises, you have to slow down and be like, okay, how are we doing? Check in with yourself. Take the weight off, because you're cycling for 45 minutes straight. And for someone like me who's just gotten out of doing legs at the gym, maybe I could take a little bit of break. But I have a theory that continually pushing yourself at the gym, no breaks. I know plenty of people at the gym in real life who are just bored with how they work out. And it's because they keep doing the same thing over and over again, and they keep pushing at the same intensity. But you can't do that. It took me, I've been working out for, how old am I? I'll be 31 in a couple of weeks. So I've been working out since I was 13, I think. Yeah, because No, I ran track in middle school. So I've been working out since I was like 11 or 12. Let's just say 12. And when you're younger, at least when I was younger, it was just the coaches would just be like, stretch at home and work as hard as you can in the gym, especially when we started playing football. So it's just work as hard as you can, There is no slowing down, and that's it. Then I took that mentality to college, and my knees were hurting because I'm squatting all the time. My body's aching. And I'm in my 20s. And then I'm just doing Googling. Okay, maybe it's the shoes. Maybe it's maybe I need knee pad things. What are those things called? You put them on your knees, whatever. I don't wear them anymore. Maybe it's the supplements. Sure, that stuff helped here and there, but a lot of it is what you do before, what you do after, and what you do during the gym, during your gym time. You have to be able to take it easy sometimes and rest. The same thing goes for working. July is a great time to slow down and not have a lot of workload. So is January, December and January. I was going to say December 1st, and then I was like, well, people want to crunch out stuff before the new year. But yeah, December and January is a great time to slow down. And then pick up heavier work in the middle of January. And then slow down again April, May. Pick it back up a little bit, slow it down again. You can't keep going because you're going to get burned out. You're going to hurt yourself. Whether that's physically, mentally, whatever. Be good at your job, coming into your power is what they say, but you have to be good at your job. I think that, again, turns back to confidence. Not figure out what you do, but what you do there matters. How can you make it better? Are you doing the best you can? Make sure no one else. Wolverine says, I'm the best at what I do. Make sure that is you. Even if you're faking it. But it's impossible to keep going now and not be distracted or not be burned out or not want to leave society altogether. Slow productivity. I'm all for it. And if you ain't with it, then go away. I should have reached out to this guy for an interview. That'd have been easier. What if next week I have an interview with the guy? I could definitely do it. You kidding me? I'm the best at what I do, baby. I'm on his website. Just got one Instagram post. Georgetown professor. Listen, if you like what you heard here, head to the website cpluscomedy.com where we've got so many great things. I talk to your favorite famous people. Maybe I'll even talk to Cal Newport. Again, cut to next week. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Oh, God, what was I talking about? Follow us on, hold on, listen to the other podcasts, The Constitutionals, which is the entertainment business news podcast, as well as Late Night Lately, which is the late night show. You can find video for all the podcasts on youtube.com/C+comedy. You can find every podcast wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at C+comedy. Follow me on those platforms at Chad Black White. Thank you for listening. Tell your friends. Goodbye.